Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And a look at the stats for him.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection. And it's showing.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. At the forward slots, it's Vassell and Barnes. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position, filling out the middle. And for the Celtics, White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the 5. All right, Richard, what's something we often see in the second game of a back-to-back?
A lot of times you see tired players, but that's part of it. Can you play through that fatigue? That's a big portion of being an NBA player.
Now here's Fox. Drops in the layup for 2.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
Pass to Queta. And he buries his first look.
High percentage look right off the bat.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. PA?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's White. His last outing, he had 18 points. Outside, Brown. Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Castle. Wembanyama scanning the floor. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer, Fox. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Fox has got 5 points.
And when Fox, he's hitting consistently from deep, it opens up the floor for him and his teammates.
There's a screen. And here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And that one's good. Fox has gotten his 3rd basket of the night. The Celtics have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And the jam by Brown.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Now here's Fox. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
White can't hit.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Vassell can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 5. On the wing, Hauser. Back to White. There's the triple. Rebound by San Antonio. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
Thanks to their stellar defensive intensity, they registered a ton of stops in that one.
They were hustling to get in front of every play they could, always getting a hand in the shooter's face.
Now here's Vassell. Yet to see a basket. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist from Vassell.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Brown against Vassell. Brown inside. He gets it in there. Brown's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
A very athletic play by Brown, getting the ball inside and working his way to a high percentage shot.
Castle on the wing. He's guarded by White. From deep, Wembanyama hits a 3-pointer. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Nearly halfway through the season. Let's see the standings out east. You take a look at the Celtics. What a season thus far for them. Second place in the conference.
Well, for the Celtics, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Fox against Pritchard. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Outside Pritchard. Now here's Hauser. He's guarded by Barnes. Vassell against Brown. Shoots over Vassell. Boston, no good that time either. Spurs lead by 10. Fox left side. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, and you don't see him yell. You don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry. I respected players like that, the calm leadership type.
Walsh is checked in for Boston. No good on the second free throw. The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But you live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
Now here's Brown. He had 25 points in his last game. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
RJ, San Antonio's seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
And so it's Boston with it. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. White against Castle. Nice move. Again, the miss by Boston.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Pass to Wembanyama. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Celtics trail by 12. Now here's White. No points yet. Here's Keita. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
For San Antonio, they've gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. Back to Fox. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Peyton Pritchard picks one up.
You've got to master little moves like that to be a complete offensive player. Fox has the pump fake. Yeah, he's got that figured out.
San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw no good. Well, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what makes him such a lethal player, Richard?
Well, for starters, it's his combination of speed and shooting. Still one of the fastest players in this league. And the exciting thing about him, Fox is just now entering into the prime of his career.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Boucher comes in for Keita, and Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard.
What sets Fox apart is how dynamic and explosive he is. He can take off at any moment in any direction.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Celtics trail by 13. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild. But when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Sohan's checked in for Barnes. Champagny comes in for Vassell. Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for Fox. Here's Walsh. He's scoreless. Simons deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by San Antonio. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Here's Harper. So far he's averaging 11 points a game. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Brown doing damage on offense. He's averaging about 29.5 a game. Boucher a screen on Johnson. White, the pass to Boucher. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's Harper. Wembanyama finds Johnson. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Celtics trail by 15. White, the pass to Simons. Shoots over Harper. And it's Simons missing.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
From deep, Harper nails it from 3.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
San Antonio leading by 18. To the middle. Pass to Harper. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Here's Wembanyama. Nails the baby hook. Wembanyama's got 10 points.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Over to the wing. Wembanyama, screen on White. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now here's Brown to end the drought. And it's good on the lay-in. Brown's got his third basket on the night right there.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Harper. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
I tip my hat to Victor. Came into this league with insane expectations, and he's embraced the pressure and met those expectations thus far.
Here's Tillman. And here's Simons. Over Fox. And it's Simons missing.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Boucher a screen on Fox. There's Simons with a 3. The shot off that time. And so it's San Antonio up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Harper. And it's Cornette in at the 5. Now Simons. No made baskets yet. Inside. It's stolen by Fox. Sohan outside, and there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Harper. Fox up top. He's covered by Simons. The kick out to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Walsh. Boston's shooting just around 26% for the game. Simons passes to Boucher. Pass to Pritchard. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Fox. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. From deep, Harper. That shot is off.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Simons passes to Tillman. Simons with it. Still no points. Pass to Pritchard. From deep. Walsh can't get it to go. Spurs shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Nice move by Johnson. He is solid off the dribble.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Walsh. Pass to Boucher. Now Simons. Over Fox. Again, the miss by Boston.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Sohan outside. And here's Johnson. Back to Sohan. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Fox for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. Pass to Walsh. Now here's Simons. Tillman with a screen. Simons against Fox. And it's Simons missing.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Now here's Boucher, still without a bucket. Pritchard from outside. Again, the miss by Boston. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Fox. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boucher. And it's White in for Walsh. San Antonio also making some changes. Wembanyama comes in for Cornette. And it's Champagnie in for Harper. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Tillman with a rebound. The Celtics have got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. Simons passes to Brown. Sohan with some nice D.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Pass to Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wembanyama's got 17. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Back to Brown to end the cold spell. San Antonio with a rebound. Sohan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Pritchard. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Cadis checked in for Tillman. San Antonio also making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Sohan. Devin Vassell comes in for Champagny. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Johnson.
And Simons is such a skilled two-guard. Fantastic at keeping his balance through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
That one misses for Simons.
I mean, it was amazing to see Simons' progression in his first few NBA seasons. He got better every single year.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Here's Pritchard. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. It's Brown on the wing. Clock at 6. Basket counts. Brown's got 8 points. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Takes the 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Boston has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Keita. 5 points in the game. Pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Stephon Castle. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
And both free throws good for Brown.
And we've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
Down low. It's stolen away. White on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
He hears the whistle, and he keeps his concentration and is able to knock it down.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot.
And that one misses.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
One of the skilled slow-down finishers. That's Harrison Barnes.
Oh, you've seen it out on the break, full speed, then suddenly that half-speed deceleration layup. That's a signature play from HB. The defense flies by, and he usually banks one in.
Pritchard against Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Pritchard. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's the three.
Even though they're up, they haven't been impressive from distance this quarter, shooting under 30%.
Brown passes to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And it's Simons missing.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Fox against White. Simons with a steal. Now here's White. Outside Pritchard. White with a screen on Vassell. 6 to shoot. Pritchard, the pass to Simons. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Castle. Pass to Barnes. Cuts off the pass. And here's Simons. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Looking to get back on track. That one doesn't drop.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
San Antonio again missing. Boston's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back over to you, B.A.
Allie, thanks for the report. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Hauser, he's checked in for Pritchard. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Wembanyama, the pass to Barnes. Wembanyama screen to the paint. Barnes finds Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Up top, Hauser. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Simons. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And, you know, he knew the hit was coming, and Simons sacrificing his body anyway.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Simons. so Simons nails both of them.
Since the break, he's definitely been more aggressive. Remember, he didn't take any free throws in that first half.
Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Johnson. For three, Vassell. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Left side, Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Back to Vassell. Castle outside. Wembanyama screen. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by White.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball. Just about halfway through the season, let's take a look at how things stand in the West. You look at the Spurs, sitting pretty at this point of the season, second place and looking to move to first.
Right now for the Spurs, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
The Spurs making a switch here. Sohan's checked in. Brown passes to White. Back to Brown. Out to Simons. Launches a three. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Barnes passes to Vassell. Wembanyama, screen on White to the inside. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist from Vassell. And that's 21 points for Victor Wembanyama. And here's Boston. They're on a 14-6 run. Simons outside. No good on the three. Pass to Castle to the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Spurs out in front, just dominating this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello, basketball fans. First up on the agenda, let's take a look at the action going on around the NBA. The Cavaliers came out on top against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis, and they take their 5th win out of the last 7 games.
Lots of amazing plays in that one. We'll be seeing them over and over and over on that loop.
All right, guys, we've got to go back and talk about Victor Wembanyama and how he played in that first half. Just outstanding.
7'4", skilled, and getting his tonight. I've got no idea how you stop the Frenchman, guys. None.
We've never seen anything like him, Shaq. I don't think so.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Jaylen Brown is out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Vassell finds Barnes. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Oh, got a piece of it. Right side, Wembanyama. And here's Vassell from the arc. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th assist in this one. You look at Devin Vassell. He seems to still be working towards his full potential, RJ.
Yeah, I see many ways that he can continue to up his game. And that's not a knock. You never stop learning in this league. But for Vassell, his potential, oh, it's exciting.
Now here's Brown. Shoots over Vassell. Brown can't hit. Castle on the wing. Fox outside. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's White. And he gets the jumper to drop. White's gotten his 2nd bucket. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the 3rd. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Outside White. They set the pick. Pass to Keita. Good D by Wembanyama. The Spurs have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Now Barnes. Back to Castle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wembanyama down low. 25 points in the game. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the 2nd half. Outside, Brown. Now White. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Brown gets the bucket. Brown's got 14.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Wembanyama. Boston pulls it in. And now we're 3 minutes into this 3rd quarter of play. Pass to Keita. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And he gets it back. Hauser outside. Here's Keita.
You got to be careful shooting around Wembanyama. Look, he's already one of the best shot blockers in the league, if not the best.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the 3rd quarter. Hits the trifecta. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Wembanyama double-teamed. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, screen on White. Back to Wembanyama. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3-ball to go. Wembanyama's got 30 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And Boston calls time here. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
He's been on an absolute tear inside. They got to figure out a way to keep him out of the lane. I don't know.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Back to Pritchard. Outside White. Kick out to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
On the wing, Fox, defended by Pritchard. Fox, that's good. Fox has got 23 points.
A monster night for Fox. You can call him a point guard. I call him a scoring guard because that's what De'Aaron brings.
Pass to Keita. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Wembanyama screen. Inside. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. Hauser outside. To halt the run. That shot, no good. The Spurs have gotten 7 of their 9 shots to fall. Quality shooting in the second half. Here's Fox. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Peyton Pritchard picks one up.
This takes real toughness. Fox getting the shot off despite the foul.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
They're also doing a good job working the ball inside tonight. The defense has been struggling to slow them down there in the paint.
The Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And so he hits both.
De'Aaron Fox really is your do-it-all kind of point guard. Just such a valuable player for this franchise.
Pritchard, the pass to White. There's a screen. Puts up a deep 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Wembanyama, a screen on Pritchard. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And he's got his 4th free throw of the game. So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Sohan's checked in for Barnes. Champagnie comes in for Vassell. Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox.
We've already run out of ways to describe Wembanyama. Alien, freak, superstar, probably not anything from this world.
Here's Walsh. No points so far. They set the pick, and here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Boston again missing. The Spurs have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. Here's Wembanyama, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. Second, the Spurs. The Celtics, third.
Both of these teams have been so physical. 2 of the best rebounding the ball over the last 10 games.
Cornette's checked in for San Antonio. Boston's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Brown passes to White. Pass to Keita to snap the cold streak. No good, off the front rim.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Cornette passes to Harper. Off target with the three. Boston's shooting a low 26% from the field. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
Here's Harper. Sohan outside. And there's the call on Jeremy Sohan. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Boucher's checked in for Boston. They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look.
Now here's White. He has 7. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. White's got 9.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Here's Harper. Pass to Cornette. Here's Johnson. And here's Sohan. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now here's Pritchard. The 3 ball. They get it back. Nice ball movement by Boston. White can't hit.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
White against Johnson. White, the pass to Pritchard. Back to White. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Brown. He shoots it. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got his 4th rebound in this one.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. And here's Boucher. Cornette defending. And finished off by Boucher.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Johnson passes to Champagny. Here's Harper. To the paint. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Boucher. Here's White. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Harper. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Outside Pritchard. Back to Brown. Pass to White. The 3 is up. Rebound San Antonio. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll be their 2nd of 3 games total on this road trip. Here's Harper. Shoots over Pritchard. Harper misses.
That's a great look. I'm not sure what happened.
Outside Pritchard. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Johnson. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 16-6 run. Pass to Harper. Cornette sets a screen. 13 feet out. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
And they're winning, but it hasn't been because of him. He can't throw it in the ocean so far.
Looking to get it going. Sohan with some nice D. Outside Johnson. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. He ends the quarter having collected a season-high number of rebounds. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for San Antonio, they've got Luke Cornett, Harper out there with Johnson. Then it's Jeremy Sohan, and it's Bryant in at the 3. Johnson passes to Cornett. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed. No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Harper passes to Johnson. To the inside, Cornett. He got right to the cup using that screen.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
Waters is checked in for Bryant.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting poorly at only 28%. Pritchard surviving the D. Pass to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Waters grabs the miss.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Harper misses.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Here's Tillman. Cornett defending. And a chance now to look at the schedule for San Antonio. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And that game against Milwaukee, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Olenek's checked in for Cornett, and it's McLaughlin in for Waters. Olenek finds Johnson. Here's McLaughlin. Over Pritchard. San Antonio again can't hit.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad because it was a nice look.
And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
It's tipped.
Yeah, the reach is amazing. Sohan will get his fair share of blocks during his career.
Pass to Johnson. Outside Olenek. From deep, Harper. They get it back. Johnson passes to Harper. Second chance effort. Oh, rejected by Boucher. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Walsh. And San Antonio with a change here too. Champagnie, he's checked in for McLaughlin. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in, just 4 to shoot. Wing shot on the way. Johnson with a bucket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And it's Simons missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Now here's Olenek. The rebound, Celtics. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Pritchard. Knocks it loose. Outside Johnson. From the corner. The shot by Sohan, no good. Boston has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Inside. Outside Brown. Pass to Simons. Back to Brown. 5 on the clock. They get back on track. The rebound by the Spurs.
Just not his night offensively. That's part of why they fell behind.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. Left side Olynyk. Back to Johnson. The three. Called in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 7 tonight. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Harper. Defended by Brown. Pass to Johnson. Here's Champagnie for 3. He drops it from range.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Brown passes to Simons. Shot clock at 6. And the Spurs shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Good on the shot.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to White. Here's Tillman. Back to White. Tillman with a screen. White, the pass to Tillman. Can they get it? Oh, Olynyk with some nice D. The Spurs have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Cadis checked in for Boston. Bryant, he's checked in for San Antonio. And so it's San Antonio with it. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Now here's Pritchard. Pass to Simons. Clock at 6. Outside, Brown. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Now here's Pritchard. He's covered closely. White finds Pritchard. Shoots over Harper. Boston, no good that time either.
This is a game he'd like to forget. And the worst part is bringing down the whole squad.
Pass to Olynyk. Kicks it out to Bryant. From the arc. Knocks down the long J.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Now here's Brown. And here's Simons outside. Again, the miss by Boston.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
And the basket is good.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's the pick. Brown passes to Simons to stop the drought. Rebound by San Antonio. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Harper. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Brown. Jacks up a 3. That shot missing.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
And it's Olynyk with a jam.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Here's Pritchard. And, of course, you won a ring with the Cavs in 2016, Richard. Talk about the challenge of winning a title.
In a lot of ways, it just comes down to will and grit. The playoffs are an extra 2 months of intense basketball. The team that wins it all normally has the most help and motivation.
The Celtics shooting only 23% so far. Here's Brown. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Sohan outside. Pass to Johnson. And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Now at 4 fouls in the game, he'll start to have to be a little bit more careful with his defense the rest of the way.
Boston making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. And San Antonio with a change here too. Champagne's checked in. To the wing, right side. There's a screen, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
And the Celtics in possession here. Outside Pritchard. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
On the wing, Hauser. Sohan covering. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's White. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. White's got 11 in the second half.
Love to see Brown facilitate out of a pick and roll, and I'm sure his coach feels the same way.
Here's Harper, defended by Pritchard. Harper passes to Olynyk. Here's Harper, fires for 3. Boston with a rebound. Kata's got rebound number 7 tonight. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Here's Kata. And here's White. Shoots over Johnson. White can't hit. San Antonio's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Spurs.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Victor Wembanyama.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Here's Harper. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.